Today I'm back with my own Nintendo Switch 2 launch review. I want to share my thoughts and feelings on everything from the hardware itself, launch titles like Mario Kart World, and updates to older games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. These are exciting times, days that many of us Nintendo fans will look back on fondly, and I'm glad to have a video to record my thoughts and emotions at this point. As always, thanks for being here, and let's get right into it. After a relatively quick setup, I was ready to go. All my games started downloading automatically. Full backwards compatibility gives the system an incredibly deep software library on day one. I've played a lot of handheld modes so far, and the experience has been great. From the bigger screen size to the improved build quality on Joy-Con 2, it's a serious upgrade when it comes to handheld play. I love the system so far, and I'm really starting to believe in something I said midway through last gen when asked what I thought Nintendo was going to do for their next console. My response was, well, if they just make a system that keeps the hybrid nature of Switch, but is strong enough to run any game out there, what would be the reason to buy another console? A system that has all the Nintendo exclusives with no significant drawbacks would dominate the market, wouldn't it? It just made so much sense. And I didn't know what form this would exactly take, but now we're here. And even if the hardware isn't breaking any new ground with how we actually approach video games, as many Nintendo consoles like the 2-screen DS, motion controls on Wii, and the hybrid Switch have done historically, the added performance would allow developers to create brand new experiences on the software side. That's where the real innovation is this time around. We're already seeing this with early Switch 2 titles. Mario Kart World is a bold step for the franchise, adding what's by far the grandest single-player offering in series history. True free roam in an open world that's a thing of beauty, considering both visuals and video game design. The upcoming Donkey Kong Bonanza game features fully destructible maps and an in-depth material system that allows for creative progression entirely new in the 3D platforming genre. I'm really starting to see how the Switch 2 hardware will allow Nintendo's development teams and partners to create games never before possible. The director of Nintendo Switch 2 from the EPD team in charge of hardware planning says this very thing himself, stating that hardware with an expanded processing capability is a blessing for software developers who want to challenge themselves to create new gameplay experiences that are unimaginable today. And on that note, let's talk about the games. I've spent the majority of my time so far with Mario Kart World, and I won't hesitate to call it my favorite Mario Kart game already. Lofty praise, but that's for one big reason: the aforementioned free roam mode. No other Mario Kart game has had even close to a single-player offering as good as this. And as primarily a solo video game player myself, that's been incredible so far. If World was like any other Mario Kart game, I'd go for 3 stars on all the cups, go for all the unlocks, and then be pretty much done aside from the occasional online multiplayer. The wonderful thing with Mario Kart World is over 2 weeks and 30 plus hours in, and I'm nowhere close to being done. I'm not even sure I've seen the entire map yet. I'm not sure if there even is a reward for completing all P-switches, question panels, and Peach medallions, but it's still a goal I'm working towards. And I'm having a blast doing it because, like in any great open world game, in Mario Kart World, the reward is the journey itself. I enjoy getting a clue on how to best complete each P-switch challenge from the title that comes on screen. And whether it's collecting Mario series staple blue coins within a time limit, or completing a series of perfectly timed jumps to reach the goal and an end-of-level flagpole from Mario's 2D side-scrollers, it's a joy to see what's in store with each oncoming challenge. And a quick and easy restart system gives you ample opportunity to master some of the more difficult tests of skill. Surprise and delight is on full display here in Free Roam's open world. Whether it's accidentally soaring into a building's open window in Crown City and finding a secret hidden room, or crossing paths with the giant dragon eel while on the open seas and figuring out you can ride it and trick off of its back. I already have so many cool stories and fond memories of exploring this map, and having free reign to drive anywhere gives so much added life to each individual track. Some question mark panels and peach medallions are deviously hidden. Often they're placed on walls or elevated structures, forcing you to better learn the new mechanics like rail grinding or wall riding to collect them. I feel myself getting more and more comfortable with the platforming each time I sit down to play, and all of these new expressive movement options combined with a map like this, full of varying terrain teeming with secrets, is a game design match made in heaven. The world is your playground, and this game couldn't be titled anything else more fitting. I'm also still working on World's character unlocks. As for the Kamek NPC character unlock system, I kinda love to hate it. Is it the best thing ever to grind for the random chance of getting Kamek and then having it transform into one of the characters I'm missing? No. But will I remember this uniquely annoying unlock method and the wacky unpredictability of the very roster itself, and look back on this time period fondly? Definitely. I'm still very much in the honeymoon phase with Mario Kart Worlds, loving every second, but I've also had a lot of fun with Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. In my opinion, playing Welcome Tour is the best way to get introduced to the new and improved Switch 2 hardware. From amusing tech demos that feel like unique toys, to quizzes that are essentially playable Nintendo Ask the Developer interviews, it all helps you further celebrate that feeling of excitement that comes along with new Nintendo hardware. And as for the quizzes that provide insight on some of Switch 2's specific hardware design choices, they're pretty fascinating, and I certainly cherished this peek behind the curtain Nintendo was willing to give us. What I've enjoyed most, however, is trying to collect all of the gold medals and 100% every section of Welcome Tour. Medals are earned by scoring highly on mini challenges that put the unique features of the Switch 2 hardware to the test. Challenges like identifying a letter of the alphabet using only the vibrations of HD Rumble 2, or guessing the angle of the adjustable kickstand are incredibly unique. And getting perfect scores on some of these is more difficult than you'd think. As I'm recording this, I'm almost done with Welcome Tour, and it's been nice to switch between the complete freedom of Mario Kart World and a smaller, more guided experience like Welcome Tour. What's also exciting is that there's much more from the Switch 2 launch lineup that I still need to play. For example, I've yet to even try Nintendo GameCube Nintendo Classics, and I've checked out the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 edition only a little bit. I've messed around for maybe an hour or so just to get a feel for the new updates, but I plan to start a brand new file soon to play through the entire game in this upgraded version. Speaking of upgraded versions, the free upgrades to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet are legitimately mind-blowing. As someone who spent almost 300 hours with the Switch 1 versions, you get used to things a certain way over time, but seeing the smooth new gameplay and super fast loading times left me with my jaw on the floor the first time. For me, the biggest thing, and this is the same with Tears of the Kingdom and even Mario Kart World to an extent, are the fast loading times. I couldn't believe how quick it was to fast fast travel and even switch between regions. Less downtime allows you to make more progress faster, which is amazing for big open world games like this. While I don't think a 3rd Generation 9 playthrough is on the cards for me, with Legend ZA coming this fall and everything else that's in the pipeline, I'm certainly impressed with the update, and it's going to make each time I boot up the game in the future that much nicer. While I'm eagerly awaiting more new Switch 2 exclusives, I can't deny how great it is to see older games get this type of treatment. Breath of the Wild will be better than ever when I eventually play that again. Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Super Mario Party Jamboree are getting enhanced editions soon, both with new content that I'm super excited for. It's now not just new games to be excited for, but the potential of Nintendo upgrading some last-gen favorites as well. I'm of course hoping for games like Pikmin 4, the Xenoblade Chronicles series, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to get some sort of next-gen update. An upcoming Summer Nintendo Direct might give us a clearer picture of whether or not we can expect Switch 2 upgrades to be a consistent thing throughout the generation, but in any case, I'm really happy with what we've gotten, since it makes the launch lineup feel that much more substantial. Sure, Mario Kart World steals the show, but unlike other console launches in the past, there's more than just that one big launch title. In my opinion, this whole launch has been an epic success so far. It's pretty darn special, and the early sales figures definitely prove that. I'm more excited than ever for a new generation of Nintendo reveals and releases. Between the amazing looking Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon Legend ZA, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I couldn't be more excited for the upcoming game lineup. If you liked this video, then keep it here with this channel to discuss it all every step of the way. Thanks as always for watching. It's an exciting time to be a Nintendo fan, and I'm grateful to get to share that excitement with all of you.